Hi guys, I'm going to draw a picture of this figure here sitting in semi-silhouette, and I'm going to do it with a fairly large brush. It's going to be in black and white, and I'm going to try and reduce the amount of linear work and make it more in shading just to see the effect of that. So I'm going to start off with just kind of moving up here, taking in the shoulder area. I'm going to have to drop it a little bit, cut it down. So this is just sheer appreciation. I can actually tone in all that area here and just reduce the brush size a little bit and just capture that area. So we're going to cover the bulk of the back. There's a little bit of curvature here. Now notice each area, this is the kind of rectangle area. This is another rectangular area here that's kind of jutting up. So these are the things that drawing will allow you to appreciate the kind of the details that you see every day, the things that you appreciate, and the subtleties and variations that often we don't see. So I'm basically got a kind of rough outline of that figure. Now I'm going to go a little bit lighter because this is a transition. Just up here it gets a little bit lighter, and a little bit lighter here. Let's go a little bit higher, and just subtlety of this area here as well. So this goes down. If you notice this area here, it's more like a triangle, and it's just posing here. And I'm going to just go way that down heavy here, increase the size. So this is when I say what I like about drawing digitally is that you have a very broad range of brushes and sizes that you can just literally drop in and block out an area very quickly. And this is significant because the effects are quicker, and that's why, even though I'm only literally starting this process now in the video, I haven't done these videos before, I can see the immediate benefit of actually going through it like this for classes. So I'm just going to go a little bit lighter here and kind of probably going through it a little bit quicker, but you can lighten up this area here a little bit. If this was in black and white, these would all be different shades. So I'm trying to emulate that and crossover and back down, just here, the transition of that. Now the reason I'm doing that quickly is because you're going to get the benefit of all these contrasts coming in straight away. So you can see I am actually blocking in the subject. This is just one procedure of doing it that's not depending on outlines. I'm going to go through this another way that's more specifically to outlines. So the fact that I'm talking and drawing at the same time, bear with me because I'm actually getting used to it. So I'm just going to run along myself now. Normally I'd be careful about laying on dark colors straight away, but like I suppose what I'm trying to do quickly is block in the areas that register to me straight away while I'm drawing it. So I'm going to stay a little bit quiet every now and again because it's a skill in itself to learn how to actually talk and demonstrate through and be relaxed enough, because I think it's a form of my mind being sufficiently relaxed to kind of really engage in the actual image and talk at the same time. So just going deep in it. So this is all the transitions, so I'm actually just bringing it deeper and deeper and deeper and closing and blocking out any kind of gaps that will distort the image later on and cause holes, because we want this image to kind of look nice at the end of the procedure, so that you appreciate it from the idea that, like, whatever my efforts are, that they're actually, you know, it's not going to turn you off drawing. at the end of the day. So I'm going to be a little bit more daring here. I'm going to just use one, oh my god, a little bit smaller. I'm just going to use a thicker brush. But I'm just going to pretend that that's the face area here and just blot it in, even though it might be actually... Now, I'm gone all bananas in terms of proportions, right? So I'll start again. This is what happens when you talk and draw. This section up here. I'm going to have to use the eraser, I'm afraid, because it's going to distract me. Down a little bit. This has gone up too high, which is distracting me a little bit. So now, that would be the top of my head. And again, I might have to just widen the figure a little bit. And then establish where... Now you just watch for the small indentation and the convergence of that angle coming up here, and watch for the positioning. There's a little midriff area here that comes up, and okay, so you've got the basics of it, right? Okay, I'm just going to fill in little details, right? That's the little thing here, that's the little thing here, the little outcrop of vegetation. Very quickly, not going to bother with details because I'm not going to bother changing my brush size. Now, I might as well, for the sake of making it nice sooner, I can pretty much block in the sea area. Now, I'm going to be a little bit more deliberate about my choice of how I do this. Very lightly. And here as well. Very lightly. Now, I'm going to have to raise it up so far. It's about there, I reckon, up to meet the shoulder. Now her shoulder area is coming a wee bit over too far. If I was to kind of get the configuration of where the knee area hits and this area hits, so I might have to just like reduce her shoulder area a tad and actually just literally find that area now. And that would push a lot of things back actually, and to give me a little bit more scope to make the corrections sooner rather than later. So the corrections are, oops, still on the... So the corrections are gonna, oops, didn't reduce that. Reduced it in the eraser, but not that. So now I'll try and just take a stock of where I'm at, because I've just gone in full bent on hell, getting this done quick. Now, again, lighten up here. This is a little bit area, it's a little bit like lightened, and then this area. Now again, I like to soften it, make it a little bit bigger, and you see the difference between, it's very significant how you use your material, because I don't want a line there. I think it's all very soft, and because it's a very feminine shot as well, you don't want too many lines in the wrong places. Now I'm not going to actually finish this off to a high degree by any means. There's a little, talking about lines, there's a little bit of a line here, but I think it just emphasizes the waist and a little bit of distraction there, and just a little bit of texture here. I might as well just put it in just for the sake of the quality of the image. Now just watch for the little bit of darker areas here. I haven't concentrated on any details yet, so I think because I've got that size, proportionally speaking, I don't think it's too bad. I'll use the eraser again just for one little quick thing to pull out a little bit of highlight area that will register more. Am I on the wrong? Or is it the pressure point? So this would help just kind of like give a little bit more detail to that. And again, I think my head is a little bit out of proportion. So this is very much an erasure, a subtraction idea in terms of drawing. It's quite allowable. Don't ever feel that you're doing wrong when you're using the eraser. Just use it when it's necessary. It has its function, just like particularly what I'm doing here. Even though it's done digitally, but like if this was chalk, for instance, you'd be able to kind of cancel that out, or with a literally eraser rubber. Now again, it's a little bit like I can see straight away where my painting's going wrong in terms of, or my drawing, in terms of a little bit more bulk on the hair, because it's kind of still, it's built up a little bit more than I'm actually allowing it to be. And again, I have to constantly override my my notions of what I presume is there. It's not so much that I'm presuming, it's just that there's a lot of information to take in, and my mind is busy having a chat with G and getting it right. I could use the razor here, but I think I might just use a little bit of a line like that just to lighten it. And now, bear in mind that this is literally the first time I've actually used this program and talked by doing it at the same time. I started about an hour ago for this kind of process, so bear with me. I'll probably, by the end of the day, if I keep doing some similar stuff, I'll probably be fairly nifty and a bit more quicker at the process. Again, unfortunately, I'm having a difficulty with this section. Just because I didn't plot it out sufficiently far back enough. She's a little bit wide, but that's okay. And maybe cancel it out a bit at the front as well, just to bring it in. Take a little bit off that again. Now again, I'm a little bit distracted. I don't want to delay too long here. I'll probably just skip this bit. This eraser is very finicky. And I'm losing my lovely C effect. Anyway, I think it looks okay for the moment. For purely aesthetic reasons and interests, I'm going to just work in the face a little bit. The hair, and I'll leave that little stroke there. I won't bother with that. I'll go down and put the rest of this arm in here now. And again, I'm just looking at its placement overall, and just now I'm looking at a little angle up here to see how it registers. And then the upper, like this is a little square, so you can fit it in as a little square and just see its placement. And again, if you don't see yourself drawing a hand and you completely ignore you're drawing a hand, you kind of more or less put it in like that. And I might as well zip away and actually just draw in give her. Now, I can see that I haven't got the hand positioned exactly where the head should go, because the hand's up here, but it should be a little bit higher. But to be honest, I'm going to leave it, because this is just a little not intending to get it right. It's supposed to be like a 5-minute little quick drawing. So there are all little things that you can correct later. Okay, just one little stroke, that'll do that. Okay, so now I'm going to pause here now.